It is good for corporations to have a speak up culture where people feel like they can come to their superiors and their executives and describe the problems to them instead of to law enforcement or regulators. What kind of things make it possible for a company to have that kind of culture, for people to feel like they can discuss these kind of problems in their workplace and make these kind of changes without having to whistleblow, without having to go through all of those experiences?
Yeah, that's a great question. So when you have these entrepreneurial, fast growth companies like what we see in the crypto space, we saw it in .com, telecom, the founders are often the ones who set that tone at the top. The culture permeates throughout the organization. And so having a code of conduct is important, defining the values that are important to the organization, making sure everybody understands what the purpose of the company is, that you have a purpose that's bigger than profits. If you see something that you're not comfortable with, we want you to speak up. We want you to come to us. Having a chief compliance officer, for example, letting people know, here's what we want you to do. We want to hear from you. And then making sure that you follow up on it and that you get back to the person. Protecting the person's anonymity is important, if at all possible. So all of these different things work in an ecosystem together to make sure that companies have this transparent, speak up culture. And then sending out surveys. I think ethical surveys are really important to touch every employee in your organization, either one-on-one or through small group roundtable discussions or through ethics questionnaires. And think about it, with a lot of these big scandals, if a compliance officer or someone had sent out an ethics questionnaire, it's likely, because lots of people knew about some of these things, that someone would have said, hey, well, yeah, there's this thing I'm uncomfortable with. So making sure, for executives, making sure you get out, you talk to people at all levels, not just at the top, and that you ask them the right questions. Is there anything that you're not comfortable with?